Kitchens are gross. They're like real-life crime scenes. Dried food smeared all over the counters, floors too, with clumps of spices making their way up the cabinets. Ah! The sight of 7-day-old food in the sink strainer, it's enough to make your stomach turn. And just when you think you've seen it all, there's something else. Something sticky in the corner. Something that doesn't quite look right. Jelly! Jelly everywhere. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration. No, nope, I'd say that's pretty accurate. Cleaning the kitchen has always been one of my biggest pain points. It's just so tedious. You take out the food, you cook the food, you eat the food, you put away the food, you scrub the dishes that plated the food, you wipe the counters covered in food, and then, just a few hours later, you're back at it again. With the food. It's no wonder we're always so tempted to get takeout instead, because then, no preparations, no dishes, little to no cleanup. It's like a dream. And the best part? You can feed the whole family for just around $100, since restaurants now charge you like $16 for a cheeseburger, which is just crazy. So I guess the only real solution for us broke folk is to find a way to clean the kitchen that will cost us the least amount of time, because cleaning the kitchen takes time. I mean, how often do you find yourself spending half of the night in the kitchen? You cook your family dinner, it takes you what? About an hour, depending on what you're cooking. And then you're exhausted from the day, but you can't sit down yet. No, because you have a sink full of dishes that stack so high that when you turn the sink on, the water sprays at you like you're standing in a car wash. And then your counters are covered in, well, and you just feel like crying because you worked all day and all you want to do is sit on the couch and relax for the first time today. But what do you do? What do you do instead, Sarah? You stay up until 9 at night cleaning the kitchen, don't you? And then you're so tired that you end up just going to bed after. Oh, and the next day, you do it all over again. Does that sound familiar? Well, I've got a solution for you. One that's going to save you time and keep your kitchen clean so that you can wake up every morning to a peaceful, messless kitchen without feeling like you've sacrificed all of your free time. And all it takes is a willingness to change your daily habits. If you're willing to do that, then keep watching, because there's only 2 habits you need to keep your kitchen clean every day. Only 2. Are you ready? The first habit is to wash or load the dishes after every single meal. And not just meals, but snacks too. So often, we save all of our dishes for the end of the day, and it becomes a huge time sucker, especially if you don't have a dishwasher. I remember when I didn't have one, and I'd sometimes spend up to an hour at the sink at night. That's just insane. But even if you do have a dishwasher, there's still a pile of dishes that need to be dealt with at the end of the day. So stop waiting. Stay on top of the dishes. When you finish breakfast, don't just set your dish in the sink. Either load it in the dishwasher or wash it right away. This is so important. First of all, it's going to save you time. In the moment, it might feel like really annoying to take those 1 to 2 minutes to wash those 5 plates sitting in the sink. But trust me, it's worth it when dinner rolls around and you only have 15 minutes of dishes to clean instead of an hour's worth. Secondly, instead of only having a clean kitchen at the end of the night, this will set you up to have a clean kitchen throughout the day. When the sink has dirty dishes in it, it can make the whole kitchen feel dirty, even if the counters are clean. And not only do they make your space feel more chaotic, but they can also stink up the kitchen. So then your kitchen doesn't just look dirty, it smells dirty. And no judgment. I mean, this was me for years. My kitchen always smelled because there were always dishes in the sink. But if you can take care of your dishes after every meal, there's no chance for funny smells to show up. And you won't be constantly reminded of what's waiting for you later. And your kitchen will be a much more pleasant place to be. Not to mention that it makes cooking a lot less stressful too. Have you ever tried to cook dinner when the sink is already full of dishes? Yeah, what a disaster. Nothing stresses me out more than trying to prepare a meal when I'm surrounded by the Mount Everest of dishes. There's a reason dishes is one of the most hated chores in America, and it's probably because it takes up so much of our time. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you can stay on top of it throughout the day, then you'll save yourself hours of standing at the sink at night. Don't believe me? Try it. A couple more tips on that. If you're cooking dinner and maybe waiting for the sauce to simmer or the water to boil, use those opportunities to clean a couple dishes. Or if dinner's ready and you're waiting for your husband or your kids to get home, then get a head start on them. Just don't wait anymore, okay? Just do them and do them whenever possible. And then you can reclaim your nights back, all right? So that's the first habit. The second habit, equally as important, okay? And it will keep your kitchen clean. I call it the kitchen shutdown, which you would do right after you finish your dinner dishes. But listen up, this can only work if you use a timer. If you don't use a timer, then forget it. Just click off this video. It's not going to work without one. The timer is vital to the process. Why? Because when you set a timer, you're creating this sense of urgency, and it instantly helps you focus and blocks out all distractions. You've heard of Parkinson's law, right? Parkinson's law states that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. In other words, if you give yourself more time to do something, you'll probably end up taking longer to do it. You'll find yourself dragging it out, getting distracted by your phone, as we all do, sneaking a piece of chocolate or 8, and suddenly 10 minutes becomes 30, and 30 minutes becomes an hour, and you've sucked up all of your free time for the night. But when you set a timer, it puts that pressure on you to get it done. It's like a little rush of motivation. I only have 10 minutes to complete this task? Well, I better move fast, because 10 minutes isn't much time, and I'd really like this kitchen to be clean by the end of it. And you know what the best part about it is? It keeps you focused. You don't have to check your text messages. Sorry, Aunt Sally, I'm a little busy. Talk to you in 10 minutes. Because you're on a mission, and that timer is your accountability partner. And you'll be amazed at how much you can get done in that short period of time. I think you'll surprise yourself. You'll be like, what? I did all that? And I still have an hour left in my night? You won't even know what to do with yourself. So I hope I've convinced you to use a timer because it's truly what makes the kitchen shutdown work. Okay? Now let's actually talk about what the kitchen shutdown is. The kitchen shutdown, like I said earlier, is to be started right after your dinner dishes are all washed or loaded into the dishwasher. First thing you do, set your timer. 10 minutes, that's it. Commit to cleaning for only that amount of time. And hey, if you don't get it all done, no big deal. We're not going to stress about it. After 10 minutes, you'll stop, you'll leave the kitchen, and be done. Because you know what? That's going to make you even faster tomorrow. You're going to remember the night before when you didn't get it all done, and you'll be like a Power Ranger, bouncing off the walls. But anyway, after your timer is set, this begins your kitchen shutdown. So during the shutdown, you're going to make sure all of the food is put away. Wipe down the counters and the sink and clean the food out of the sink. Wipe down the stovetop, sweep the floor, spot mop if needed, take out the trash. And if you find you've done all that and still have time left over, then you could wipe down some fridge shelves, toss expired food, or quickly clean the microwave. But hey, don't stress if you don't have time for everything. Those extra tasks are more likely to get done on the nights when you have an easier meal, like peanut butter and jelly. Just get as much done as you can in 10 minutes. And take advantage of those nights that you do have leftover time, because this is how the other areas of your kitchen will continue to stay clean. And listen, this isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. Some days you'll get it all done, and some days you won't. But the key is to keep showing up. The more you do it, the easier it gets, just like anything else. The goal here is to build it into a habit and to be okay with walking away when the timer goes off. And give yourself grace on those harder nights. Life gets busy, kids spill stuff, and you end up with crumbs everywhere. Such is life. Just do the best you can, stay consistent, and set your timer. You'll be okay. If you can do these 2 tasks every day, being cleaning the dishes after every meal and a kitchen shutdown, then your kitchen will stay clean. For those of you who don't know, I recently created a cleaning routine that'll help you keep your home clean without it taking over your life. And these 2 tasks are just a small part of it. Click this video right here if you'd like to see the whole routine, and I promise it's easy to follow, doesn't take up all your free time, and it might just be what you've been looking for. I'll see you there.